what's going on, Two-Man Podcast? I am your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with my co-host, Tyler Garnett, and we are here to give you episode 80 of our podcast. Who is ready to rock and roll, Tyler? How are we doing today?
I'm doing great. I am amped up to be here with the Peter Parker. That mask is awesome. It is so cool. And we FaceTime before this, and you had the mask on. And for you to go over into the recording, I still laughed, even though I knew it was coming, because it looks so great and it's so true. And I've said it, but I have to put it on record here that you just should not have adult money, because this is the purchases that are made.
Like literally, I didn't expect it to come in until after I saw the movie. It came in like a couple of days before I saw the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, this thing is absolutely incredible. And I put it on and I went to go FaceTime like Tyler. Tyler didn't answer me.
Nope.
I just wanted him to like literally just be shocked at Spider-Man holding the phone. But I instantly take a picture and I send it to Tyler and I go, they should not allow me to have like adult money.
No, but at that same point, I'm not even making fun of you because boy, am I jealous because how cool does that thing look? And I am more and more mad every single day that I was busy when you FaceTime me because I wish I had the raw reaction of me just picking up the FaceTime at 10 in the morning, getting ready to go into the office, and it's just you, just Spider-Man mask.
Oh, literally incredible, dude. Like so funny. But yeah, let's tell the good people, Tyler, what we are going to be talking about today.
Yeah, so I mean, if you couldn't tell by what Carl is wearing and what we've kind of talked about already, both of us have seen the new Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Some of us have seen it more than others, so we're going to give our spoiler ahead. The spoilers ahead. We are going to give our spoiler Spider-Man reaction. We'll give it a score for sure of how we liked it. And then we're going to go talk a little bit too about LeBron James going to the 76ers. That was something that happened after we stopped recording 2 weeks ago, so we got to touch on that. And then, the MLB trade deadline just passed as well. The Mets traded away pretty much their entire bullpen. And there's some other big trades that took place, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're just going to end it with a lovely game ranking our favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. So, without further ado, Carl, I know this is a movie we've been waiting to talk about, and here it is. So let's talk about it. What did you think of Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the mask off for this part, as much as I would love to.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Peter Parker!
No, I have no idea who this is.
Damn, dude. Yo, stop the recording. They can't know my true identity. But yeah, on that same note, I guess, dude, it was awesome, man. I genuinely really love this movie.
Yeah.
And I've seen the movie twice now, and I think I loved it more even after watching it a second time.
Yeah.
It was just so great. I mean, from the swinging scenes, I mean, we kind of had some like inklings of it. They talked about it in literally every promo, about like how they tried to do the swinging practically, and they tried to bring, the fight choreography down like to like a street level esque. But to see it on the screen, man, was just truly amazing. I think like the first like 25 to 30 minutes of the movie, I was just like so locked in to see all the different, like the montage of him fighting.
Yeah.
The different, characters that he has been, or different villains he's been facing for like the 4 years from No Way Home till now.
Yeah.
I just loved how it looked. The needle drops like during like him going to the party to go see Ned, or like him like talking with like the Punisher. Just everything was just so much fun, Tyler.
Yeah.
And it just was great how they kind of intertwined this whole story into the bigger MCU as well. Like Florence Pugh, Yelena's character, being like not in it a lot, but low-key kind of a big part of the movie.
Enough,
like, to talk about small potatoes and big potatoes.
Yes.
Like that shit had me dead. Like that's what I like was talking about. I'm gonna refer to like everybody like talking about small potatoes and big potatoes now.
Yeah.
About that.
That's now how
Like
you're gonna start running your parties. Be like, I'm dealing with the big potato stuff. You go deal with the small potato stuff.
yeah, absolutely incredible. Like, dude, so much fun, and I love the memes that have transpired from it too. From that one scene. I don't know if you've seen them as well,
Mm.
but I keep seeing that like people are like, "Oh yeah, small potato stuff," and like Spider-Man literally like kicking Thanos in the
Oh
face,
yes.
and then like Florence Pugh and like the rest of the new Avengers holding up that concrete wall and
Yes,
then
yes,
baked
I've seen that
potato.
exact meme. Yes, it's so funny too because like literally, Spider-Man has been in space on different planets, literally trying to stop half the world from getting blipped away. And she's like, "I deal with the big potato stuff in the new Avengers. You small potato stuff in New York City," as if she doesn't know who she's talking to, which is the funniest part about the whole thing. And it was good. I thought she was pretty much into the good. Or one of the other great memes too from it was. Because obviously her office is like in the sauna or the hot tub, whatever you want
Yeah,
to
yep,
call it. And
yep.
it's like basically that's any hybrid or remote worker is like, welcome to my office. And I felt that because as someone who can work remotely, it's like you're looking at my office right now.
When you sit by the pool, you're like,
Yes,
"Welcome to my office."
exactly, exactly. So it's just I thought that was a pretty funny part, and it was good too. I liked just kind of talking from the Yelena aspect, how it seems like we've been complaining about that in past movies, how they just don't connect a lot of movies to the future of the MCU or Marvel, but this was just enough, not too much, not too little. It kind of set up for potentially future movies, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I thought the movie was great as well. I mean, it had a lot of action. Obviously, I would say it started off a little slow. Besides the montage of
Yeah.
Punisher or the Tombstone and Scorpion and stuff like that. But it started off slow, but it kind of just was good to see. Like, obviously, Peter's still dealing with this whole thing. He's just trying to keep his mind free of no one knowing who he is and having to deal with just being Spider-Man and trying to save the city and not really focus on his own mental health. So I think that's kind of the reason for that. But literally, like once they meet Punisher and once he brings MJ, Zendaya to Punisher, it picks up and it does not stop from there. I mean, it is crazy. I think everyone did an unbelievable acting job, from Sadie Sink to John Bernthal to even the people that, this is a spoiler, but Sadie Sink's character, Jean Grey, when she takes over their minds, even those actors and actresses who are like talking to Peter through, she's talking to Peter through them,
Yeah.
unbelievable performances as well.
In
I was like, holy shit.
insane. Have you
Yeah.
been seeing the one guy he it was like the basically the main guy that she was talking to through when
Yes.
like Sadie Sink's character Jean Grey was in Peter's apartment.
Yes.
People are like going crazy about how like he had like a 5-minute scene
Yes.
and how great he was.
Yeah.
Like I've been seeing it like all over Instagram, like because he was like a huge Spider-Man fan, so
Yeah,
it's just
I
like a
saw that,
huge
which
thing
is
for him.
great. Yeah.
So cool, so cool. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, man,
I know.
awesome.
It really is awesome. And then, the one scene that definitely got me was when I literally thought MJ remembered him when they kissed on top of the
I'm so
building.
glad you're bringing this up. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Keep going.
I'm gonna get right to the things that I took away. Is that one? I literally thought it was MJ, and I was like, oh my god, a true love's kiss. I got tricked. Like Jean Grey, she pissed me off because she kept tricking me. And that one was crazy, especially like her jumping off the building like as MJ was nuts, and then like letting her just free. Like that was insane to me. That was one of the things where my jaw literally dropped. I was like, like I didn't know what was going on.
Dude, dude. Oh my god! Like when they're hugging and her face literally just changes,
Yeah,
and she goes, "Go ahead, Peter. Hold her.
yeah, yeah,
Feel her." And
dude,
you like you've wanted to. I wanted to throw up.
dude.
I was like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, this is so sick. I like put my fists up. I'm like, I swear to God, I got you, Peter.
Like,
Like that
Peter,
was so
we got
messed
your
up.
back. Dude, so messed
That
up. Like
yeah,
I know she's not a villain, but that might have been one of the most villain-esque things
Yes.
to do to somebody who is not a villain.
Yeah.
Like, that was
And
crazy.
yeah, and one of the memes I saw, like people will post things and be like, explain the movie in pictures that people will not understand until they see the movie. And it was a picture of when John Cena hugged Cody Rhodes before turning heel, and it was just him looking at The Rock. And I was like, yo, that's actually perfect because like that's exactly what happened. Is
That's
like I was
exactly
like
what happened. She
I'm
literally
over here like actually getting emotional. I was like, oh my god, she actually remembers him. Like how? That makes no sense. And I was like,
and that
shit.
kiss scene was so great, man. It's giving me fucking flashbacks to the original Toby movies, like the upside
Yeah.
down kiss. Like,
Yes.
oh my god, like that shit was so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like so awesome. And then you hit me with the it's not her. It wasn't
Yeah.
her the whole time.
And was it that scene too when he goes to save her and they kind of slow it down and it almost looks like the scene from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man when he
Yep.
goes to save
Yep.
Gwen? And I was like, bro, if they pull another Gwen on me right now, I'm gonna lose it because I thought he was gonna do the same thing where he just is able to wrap her up with the web, but then doesn't get her in time and slams against the concrete. I was like, guys, do not do this to me again. So I was
Yeah.
happy he saved her, but it
I would
was
have freaked out.
I would have freaked out too. But I was like, maybe he must have learned from Spider-Man 3, from Peter 2, being able to see
Yeah.
how to save her. So that helped. But yeah, that was a scene where, like you said, that was some villainous shit.
Yeah, man. I was like, wow, like at that point, like my theory was it was Jean Grey. I was like, I really hope it's not her now at this point because
Yeah,
that was some evil shit, dude.
yeah,
And like the fact too, it was also pretty cool because it basically kind of confirmed too that like the spell did work
yes,
because she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, like there's no thoughts of you up here.
yeah,
Absolutely none.
yeah,
So that was really cool to kind of see as well because
yeah,
now you kind of know like it's not going to be easy for them to figure out their memories again.
yeah,
But I mean, I'll talk about a little bit about that more as we continue going on. I
yeah.
think they did end up getting their memories back a little bit, but
I did want to touch on that, but we can kind of touch
yeah.
on that, I guess, towards the end of the movie. And I guess the only other thing, or a few other things too, and it was great to see Punisher. John Bernthal plays a great Punisher.
Dude,
I thought he
he
was a
was so
much
good.
different Punisher in this movie too. Like it was just like things you haven't
Yeah.
seen from him, Like he still kind of had that hard nosed, like I don't care about anyone but myself attitude. But at the same time, he really did care about Peter and MJ and a
Yeah.
lot of them.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's because of what ended up happening in the one last kill.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of that or if it's because he's kind of dealing with kids and it kind of
Hmm.
reminds him of his children.
Maybe.
Like
Yeah.
as much as like Spider-Man is matured in this, but at the end of the day, he's still in his like mid-20s. Like Frank must see him
Hmm.
as like a kid, not like Daredevil, like he sees
True.
Daredevil as an equal, like as an equal like companion. Like I guess
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't see Spider-Man as that,
Yeah.
so he has a little bit more empathy and stuff towards MJ and Spider-Man because it kind of reminds him of his kids. But is that because of what happened in the one last kill,
Yeah.
or is that just because they're not Daredevil and he just likes to fuck around with
Yeah.
him?
It did make me think about it, especially if you did watch One Last Kill, because I mean that was the goriest hour of TV you'll
Yeah.
probably ever watch. So maybe he's just like, I need to change something because that was a lot. And listen, we have another moment now too. What happened on Staten Island between those two is a story they
Yes.
keep bringing up. You kind of hear them talk about it, but they're talking over each other. You really don't know what happened fully. And now it's something that's going to be in the MCU of, why was Thor crying? What happened in Budapest? And now it's
Yes. That's what I
what.
was gonna say. I think the new like dude, remember from Staten Island? And I'm going like I'm going to say that's the new Budapest. Like that was
Yeah.
awesome.
I was really thinking one of the post if there I thought there was going to be two post credit scenes. I thought one of them was going to be a quick what happened in Staten Island. And I thought that would have been funny, but I'm also cool with not knowing really what happened.
That was funny. I mean, they basically do explain what happened in Staten Island, but you can't hear what's going on
That's what
because
I'm
they're
saying.
both talking at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So maybe when the movie actually comes out and we're able to like kind of like I guess break that dialogue apart, like kind of isolate it,
Throw
maybe
on, like,
we'll figure
closed
it out.
captioning or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. But yeah, so that was cool. And then it was really great to see Hulk, like actual OG Hulk on the screen. It has been what,
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah, man, dude, that was crazy. But like even before that though, too, like I love the scene of him going to school and just talking to Bruce Banner.
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
that was such an underrated scene. You
Sure.
kind of get
Yes.
to see like the genius of Peter Parker
Yes.
and like Bruce Banner kind of like having a
Yes.
moment together, you
Yeah, I
know?
thought that was great.
And like it is sad that, Bruce doesn't know who he is because like Bruce and Peter never really had it like that connection, but like
Mhm.
I'm sure Tony spoke to Bruce about how smart this kid is,
Oh yeah.
after they got to like Tony came back and kind of was like so upset how Peter passed, you
Mhm.
know. It would have been cool for like Bruce to like remember that and kind of experience and be like, wow, this kid was like really truly something special.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go back to the OG Hulk coming back, dude, that
Right.
scene was so sick.
It
So
was.
sick.
Yeah. It was I couldn't believe how big he was. And I've seen some comparisons of like how big he really was. Like he's been bigger. This is like the biggest they've seen him on screen of how
Yeah.
big this Hulk was. Like, and it was crazy. And it also got me partly mad because I was like, if only we had you in Endgame or Infinity War, maybe things are a
Yeah.
little different. But still, we
Or
can't go back
in
in time.
Doomsday because you're not in fucking Doomsday.
Yeah, I know. I also got scared when he fell off the building. I thought they were gonna kill him because there was all those rumors about like Ruffalo being fired and stuff like that. I was like, are they gonna kill the Hulk? Like, is this
Yeah,
how he
no.
dies? I thought there was a chance. I had a little scare where I thought they killed him, but I'm glad.
If they
glad
killed
they
him
didn't.
from falling off a building, I would have went to Kevin Feige's house
Yes.
and I would have literally like
Yeah.
I would have freaked the fuck
Dude,
out.
if you don't like Ruffalo, recast him. The Hulk
Yeah.
is so sick. Like I literally was sitting there going, I forgot how cool the Hulk was, which is not
Yeah.
great to say out loud because they kind of nerfed him for so long, and he was so sick. And then he remembered
Yeah,
Peter for a second too.
Yeah, I think he definitely remembered him in some sort of way. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like he was like, is it Peter or like he definitely remembered him because that's the reason why Peter ended up winning that. If it wasn't
Yeah.
for that, Hulk literally probably would have smashed his head
Yeah.
like
Easily.
like a little grape.
Yeah. And even in that scene, the dynamic between John Bernthal, or I'll call Punisher and Spider-Man, is just so funny. Like he's coming in with guns against the Hulk. He's like, I'm gonna go find the girl, and you're gonna deal with the Hulk. He's like, you just don't want to deal with the Hulk, do you? And he's just like,
Yeah.
yep.
He's like, yep.
Yeah.
Kind of. My favorite part of that, honestly, was when he comes in and just primal screams. He's like,
Yeah. Dude, his primal screams are great. Yeah, and he's just got 25 guns on him with the biggest rounds that he's shooting.
Yeah.
And it's like Hulk's
He's
just
like,
like,
I knew I should have brought a bigger gun. What is that gonna do? Take
yeah,
him off?
yeah, literally. So that
And
was
then
funny too.
He's like, what are you doing here? This is so above your pay grade.
Yeah.
I was crying, bro, because it is above his pay grade.
It
Why
is.
the
That's big
fuck is he
potato
there?
stuff. That's big potato stuff.
Yeah, big potato stuff. Where the fuck were the Avengers during that? They're like a couple blocks away. They don't
Yeah.
see the Hulk going
Dude,
crazy. and
another
like,
funny
we need the
meme was
help.
just like, I think I don't know what movie it was from. But I think it was Morgan Freeman, like going to put his head down and like take a nap. And it's like basically any other superhero or Avenger when anything happens in their city, and it's just like him putting his head down to go to bed because it's true. That's a big potato thing. Damage control is getting broken into, and you guys are just like not doing anything. What are you talking about?
Like, dude, not my Steve Rogers, not my Captain America.
No.
He would have been there day one and said, "We got to deal with this."
No, exactly. And then one of the biggest twists was cool was basically that damage control was kind of bad all along, basically, or not bad, but had their different motives. I mean, they stole Jean Grey's sister and eventually killed her, and then they stole Jean Grey to try and study her, and they also, took that meeting with Spider-Man because when he walked in, they were able to track him and figure out how to counter his webs and stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
they just don't trust the superheroes, even though on the surface they're like, yeah, no, we're cool, even though,
Yeah, we're cool. We're so awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, like we did kind of get an inkling of that they kind of sucked in the Wonder Man series because they ended up they were trying to get Wonder Man. They were trying to track him now the
Oh, I
whole time.
forgot that was Damage
Yeah,
Control. I
that was
forgot
Damage
about that.
Control. So I mean, I think they're definitely going to play a huge part in this next saga we have
Mm-hmm.
after Doomsday. I don't think they're going to play really a big role in Doomsday at all.
Yeah.
Especially with now I don't know if you've also seen this, but basically they're like, Peter Parker Spider-Man is the Oppenheimer of
I did see those memes
the
too.
X-Men
Yes.
because he literally created the inhibitor that is
Yes.
probably that tech is going to be used to suppress the X-Men moving
Yes.
forward. Once,
Yes.
Jean Grey finally gets her X-Men, that was
Yes.
crazy too, is like he tried to have that work on the Hulk. Like, why didn't you get that on sooner, dude? Like, why are you like trying to give it to Banner like earlier? Fucking web it up like he did on Jean.
Yeah, exactly. I know he was getting too cute with it. It's like you
Yeah.
created this thing for what was just your singular problem. But yeah, it is very interesting. I did see the pictures of him like as Oppenheimer at the end when he's going through that existential crisis about creating a weapon to destroy the world, basically. And it's
Yeah.
just like Spider-Man, Peter Parker basically did the same thing. Like he
Yeah,
created
and
these chips that can limit their powers.
literally like when Sadie Sink when Jean Grey gets captured,
Yeah.
the guy Tillman goes, "Thanks to Spider-Man, you will not be using your powers." I was like,
Yes.
"Damn, they're
Yeah.
going to fucking say that to the end of time. They're going to just be like,
Yes.
thanks to Spider-Man."
They are going to make sure that everyone knows that he created it. So that's going to cause quite a rift between like
Yeah,
Spider-Man and the X-Men or any mutants or honestly anyone with powers who could be nerfed. So
yeah, actually insane.
yeah,
It's
and
actually so crazy how that's
one
going
of
to
the,
work.
one of the funniest things I thought too was the head of Damage Control when they kept asking about VMAX and he was just like, I have no idea what you were talking about. I thought he was just full of shit,
Yeah,
but
so did I.
to find out that he legit was like, what are you guys talking about is the funniest thing to me because it was just up on the AC unit or on the
Yeah.
vent.
Did you also put together that V as in Vecna and then Max as in Max from Stranger Things?
Oh no, I didn't. That's funny.
That's like the first thing I thought when they brought it up, like
Yeah.
for the second or third time. I
Yeah.
was like, well, fucking Sadie Sink's in this movie, like
Yeah.
Vecna and Max.
It's funny.
I also said to Joey, I was like, Joey, it's actually kind of crazy. I was like, now it's like Max is in an alternate Stranger Things universe where
True.
she has Eleven's powers.
Yeah, it's true. I've seen that. I thought about that, which is crazy. Like she's basically also kind of Vecna too. Like she just is
Yes,
like bad.
yeah.
But it's funny too because I saw a video of the Stranger Things cast. I don't know if you saw this of the Stranger Things cast doing like their final table read for the final season,
I
and it's
did see
like
this,
Millie
yeah.
Bobby Brown and the kid who plays Will, Noah Schnapp. They're crying like they're so upset, and it cuts to Sadie Sink, and she's just like got like a kind of regular face on. It's like, well, when you have that Jean Grey bag coming for Marvel for the next 20 years, because she did not care about that. Because all those other actors and actresses might not get roles like for a while, but she knew Marvel dropped the bag on her for a while. So
yeah, she knew that like she's literally gonna have job security for the next 20, 30 years, man.
yes,
Like actually crazy.
yeah,
So crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, just to kind of bounce back a little bit, the Hulk scene was crazy because he's fighting Banner, right? Like so Jean Grey is inside of Banner, right?
yeah,
But then when I guess when she snaps out of it and Hulk is turning, Bruce goes, I think she broke something in his
yes,
head.
yes,
So that made me kind of think like maybe she does have the power to maybe not like fully bring back the memories of what Doctor Strange did,
yeah.
but maybe like break something into a sense where you start remembering some things.
Yeah, so it seems like it a little bit because I did see online after that, when MJ draws that picture of like Ned and Peter hanging out,
Yeah,
apparently she drew his like old suit. Like it wasn't even
yeah,
his suit that he had on. And even when they're frozen, you can kind of see them crying, almost as if
yeah,
they're getting their memories back of everything. Yeah, and even at at the end with Ned, it could it be muscle memory? Sure. Does he remember everything about Peter and their friendship? I don't think so. But there's
yeah.
something. It's not zero anymore. There's something he's remembering or that's coming back to him. Like maybe it didn't completely reverse the curse, but it might have broken something that things are starting to slip through a little bit.
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah,
Especially after seeing it a second time, I really kind of looked at that, like when MJ was crying when they were frozen, you know.
yeah,
But I did interpret it that way, where I think that maybe they don't fully remember, but like they're starting to have memories that
yeah,
are just not complete. And she's like, maybe I do remember. I do remember my love for him. So I
yeah,
don't know. We'll see. Part of me really wants, like, in the next movie, since like now that she kind of said I don't love you, I want him to kind of like have a different love interest like he does like in the comics, like
yeah.
with Black Cat. I also really would have loved if, like, when Yelena is telling him to get into the water, like, they kind of have a little romantic scene. Like that would have been like
That
that
would
would
have
have
been
been a little
crazy.
spicy. That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy.
But it is PG-13. We can't be doing that here, huh?
Yeah, no. Plus, he had the mask on, man. He had the mask on. He couldn't do too much. He couldn't reveal his identity.
He could have done a lot though too. He still could have done a lot. Still could have done a lot.
Well, this show we
But
have
yeah.
here is PG, so we got to keep it clean.
um, yeah. Let's kind of get into the nitty gritty too of like that final sequence with Jean Grey. I mean, from the second we learn that it is Jean Grey, it kind of just like changes everything. I mean,
Yeah,
I wish they kind of didn't keep it as much as a secret to
yeah,
us, or I wish they kind of just lied to us. I think them just being like, we can't tell you who Sadie Sink's character is,
yeah.
made people theorize more and kind of ruin the surprise, because we all knew it was going to be Jean Grey, because
Yes,
you're not telling us that it's somebody else.
yes.
Like, I wish they were like, okay, she is playing like Madam Brainwasher. I don't know.
Yeah, or
Like, come
not
up.
even say, or yeah, you could have said someone else, or just said she has a small role, like she's
Yeah,
not a major factor in this, so it doesn't matter. Like you Loki could have just not put her on the press tour. Also, I know that's kind of
yeah.
hard because she's Sadie
You
Sink and
could
she's
have.
like getting a draw, but like you could have said she's not in it that much.
But like, what else did she even do on that press junket? She
Yeah,
literally just sat there and said, "I can't answer
yeah,
questions."
that's true. That's true. It was a waste of her time, but yeah. So that's a great point. So they really didn't have to. I mean, they didn't have Ruffalo, so
No, they didn't have Ruffalo. I mean, Bernthal was on it because he was a big part, but like they didn't have to. I feel like
no,
have her in there as much. I mean, but I do have to say I thought that the way that they brought her in just like really kind of works with the over all MCU. I mean,
yeah,
like having Florence Pugh in there kind of like saying, hey, like, the Avengers are around. Like, it's been like lacking definitely
yeah,
in the last couple of projects that we touched upon before.
yeah,
But I think it was such a great way to introduce like Jean Grey, because you want Spider-Man and you want the X-Men to be your um your focal points moving
yeah.
forward, because those are your biggest IPs. I mean, dude, like Spider-Man just broke every single record at the
And
box office.
unbelievable, unbelievable.
It's insane.
I've never seen so many showings for a movie, like opening
Yeah,
weekend. Like you went Wednesday when it comes out Friday. I actually even went Thursday. It's the earliest I've seen a Marvel movie. But like I remember when my sister was showing me like what times to see. I swear there was 25 showings at the one theater for
yeah.
that day. Like as I was walking into the theater, there was 4 theaters of Spider-Man coming out and 4 more going into 4 different theaters. Like I've never seen so many theaters with this movie.
And all of those times are booked. They're sold
Yes,
out.
sold out. I literally sat like closer to the front, and
Yeah.
we bought these a couple days before. And actually, this just reminded me. I know I texted about this, but pretty crazy that I tried to stay off my phone the entire day to avoid spoilers. And these two girls that walked by me completely spoiled who Sadie Sink's character was before I walked in. And
No
I was
way.
so mad. So it's not obviously a huge spoiler because it was heavily theorized who she was. And it
Yeah.
doesn't really change too much of the movie if you went in there knowing who she was. It just kind of ruins the reveal. But I remember we were going up the escalator and these two girls were walking the other way about to go down the escalator, and I hear them say something along the lines of like, oh, I like wonder what Jean Grey this is, or like how Jean Grey fits into the future or whatever. And I just went, damn
Fuck.
it. And Jill's just like focused on snacks and all this stuff. She's like, I'm bugging out. I'm like, oh my god, I was so close. I'm like 100 feet away from the theaters. God damn it, god damn it. So they spoiled that for me. But again,
That
it wasn't a
sucks.
huge spoil.
That's spoiled for you. But again,
Yeah,
like that could have all been avoided
yeah.
if they didn't.
If you guys just
If
start talking when you're in the parking
yeah,
lot.
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh my god! Like
but
you're
yeah,
supposed to talk when you're in the car. Why are you talking on the escalator,
yeah, exactly. The escalator.
bro?
You can see I'm coming into the theater. What movie? There's no other movies out besides the Odyssey right now that is worth seeing.
Yeah,
What movie do you think you're seeing? Everyone was wearing Spider-Man stuff too. It was crazy.
dude,
I've never
I
seen
love
so
it.
much Marvel stuff be worn for a movie. It was awesome.
I love it, dude. Spider-Man just like he just has this pull, man. That bitches
Yes.
love him. Like kids love him. Like
Yes.
everybody just loves Spider-Man. I'm hearing people. It kind of reminds me of when we talked about like the Knicks run, and I'm like,
Yes.
all these people who
Yes.
like don't know about like don't normally talk about ball are talking
Yes.
about ball. Like it's
Yes.
the same
Yes.
thing.
I
These
agree.
normal
This.
people who don't go to your average Marvel movie like
Yes.
us, we'll go see everything, right?
Yes.
They're like, oh, I need to go see Spider-Man today because I
Yeah.
just love Spider-Man. He's
It's
just
yeah.
such a great character.
It's kind of like that league of like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. I know that's
Yeah.
like, DC, Marvel, whatever, but it's like those are the three everyone grew up with. And like now it's continued. Like our parents probably loved those three the most. And
Yeah.
now it's like us, you know?
You want to know something though? I really truly think that it's like it's Spider-Man and then it's 50 Feet of Crap and then it's everyone else. I really don't think that
It's
Batman
possible, yeah.
or Superman hold a candle to Spider-Man anymore. Like,
Yeah, no. They
yeah, I
don't.
mean,
They
listen,
don't.
like people might say they love Batman, they might love Superman, but just like he's just got so much aura. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm using that word. Like Spider-Man just has so
Yeah.
much pull
Yeah.
that like he's gonna draw numbers. Like people, I was watching a clip and somebody was like, "This will probably never happen again for a Spider-Man movie," and I highly disagree. I think no matter what solo Spider-Man project comes out, it's
Yeah.
gonna just break numbers. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, I agree. And that kind of, I guess, is a good segue to get kind of towards the end of the movie and almost wrap this kind of whole review up. But like, it really is nice to see him be able to leave the hospital, which is funny because no one knows who he is. Frank puts on the mask up in the window, so
That
everyone's
was so
distracted.
funny, dude.
And then
So
to
funny.
see him, Peter Parker, get to experience the crowd because the last time no one really liked him. But now it's like, oh shit, everyone loves me. They do love
Yeah.
Spider-Man. They appreciate me. This is great. Like I thought that was so awesome of a moment, and Frank still got to be up there and do his primal grunts.
Ooh. I love his grunts, bro. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just to like again touch on what you said, like it was great to kind of see that moment for him because
Yeah.
like the last time though he saw the world is like they were like Mysterio was right.
Yes.
I mean, obviously the last 4 years he's definitely built up a better rapport with with everyone.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man, but I mean, oh wait, also too, we didn't talk about how fucking Frank absolutely did our boy dirty. He shot him.
Yeah. How did we forget about that? That was crazy.
Yeah,
I knew
like
it was
just-
coming too. I knew it was coming, and it was
Yeah.
the worst because I knew he was up on. I kept remembering during the entire scene. I was like, he's up, and he's going to shoot. And in my head, I swear, I said, he's Peter Parker, Spider-Man. He's going to sacrifice himself, or he's going to at least push her out of the way and
Yeah.
save her. And sure enough, he should be dead.
Yeah, I mean, so from the time that Jean Grey got controlled and it was in damage control, I thought it was really cool that we got a backstory of Jean Grey having a sister.
Yes.
And it kind of makes sense why now she was valid for being a villain. She wasn't
Oh
trying to
yeah.
hurt anybody. She
No.
was just trying to find her sister.
Yes.
And so they make you go from hating this girl, the scene with MJ, to
Yes.
now being like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She was so valid. Like,
Yes.
in Spider-Man, you should have tried to look into it more instead of just assuming.
Yeah.
But the scene, seeing her like evolve,
Yes.
like basically mid testing on her was really, really cool. She went from only being able to jump 30 feet to now being able to control 800 people or a couple of thousand people in a maybe I think he said like a 2 kilogram radius or kilometer. I think that's what Frank said. Frank was like, yeah,
it would be kilometer if he said, but I forgot what he said. But it was quite a distance. I mean, it was
quite a distance, and actually just so crazy to see how powerful she became.
Yes,
and now it's going to be really cool to see how powerful she will become. The more we see from her.
Yes.
But yeah, the fact that scene where they were in Peter's mind and they used Marissa Tomei's character in that way. Just like, even though she wasn't in this movie a lot, she was a big part of the movie.
I mean,
like her character, like him getting flowers, bringing it to her gravestone, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
And then, the fact that Aunt May was able to be that North Star for Jean Grey, being like, you're a good person. Like, you can still be a good person even though all this bad has happened to you.
Yeah.
Was really cool how they incorporated that, and then just like it just shows how insane his spidey senses are, dude.
Yeah.
That he was able to sense that bullet coming even while they were in his brain.
Yeah, I know, which was crazy. And as soon as he sensed it, I was like, "Uh-oh, here it comes!" Because like I feel like there was rumors swirling that he was gonna die in this movie potentially. Yeah. So I was just like, "Uh-oh," and then he got shot, and it didn't look great. And you find out that Lily Jean Grey helped him breathe and survive because he got hit in a pretty fragile place, a pretty critical place. So to see her help him was nice. And then now she's off grid. She's gone. So at least for now, So I'm interested to see where that story goes with that. But obviously Frank then felt so bad.
Dude, he felt so bad, and like to see him cry, he's like, "Are you crying?" I loved that scene.
I know.
It
was good to see a little bit different side of Punisher. I mean, you still saw the guns and everything, but there was a little character arc there.
Yeah, and seeing like Punisher carrying him into the hospital, they recreated that comic book cover. They did such a great job recreating all those comic book covers too. I know they had that one promo, but even the ones that they didn't show in the promo, like Tombstone holding him over the ledge. Like that last scene where like literally he's carrying him into the hospital on his deathbed.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a theory before this that he was gonna die. We talked about it, and then Venom was gonna bring him back to life.
I saw a lot of theories like that, so I thought that was gonna happen.
I thought that was going to happen too. I'm kind of a little happy that it didn't happen because I think that would have just like kind of messed up some things for us, but. Still crazy.
No, I agree. Like it could have been cool, but it would have really helped with like the whole general timeline of the MCU. I feel like
exactly.
It just would have been too much to handle, especially with Doomsday so close. I would have just created a whole another wrench in this thing. But and I guess kind of the last thing I wanted to kind of get your opinion on are what were your first thoughts when you saw the post credit scene? Like initial first thoughts.
So my initial first thoughts was it has to deal with Secret Wars.
Yes.
I don't think it has to do with Doomsday. I think it's going to, or it honestly could end up with Doomsday. I just think it actually doesn't have much to do with Tom's character.
Yes.
I think it has to do with an incursion.
Okay.
And it registering another Spider-Man.
Yes. I agree.
And I think that's like Tobey's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I didn't really. My first thought was the same exact thing. I didn't think if it was going to be like Tobey or Andrew. I just thought, there's another Peter that has been brought into the same universe now and is picked up on Ned's Spider-Man tracker, but because there was people throwing around different theories of what it could be, but that was my first thought, and I think it's probably the most feasible one. I know
Yeah.
some people thought like, oh, this must set up secret. I think no one's really saying it has to do with Doomsday. I think everyone is thinking Secret Wars, but they're also thinking maybe Yelena was like, "Hey, Peter, we have a big potato thing, and we need you." And now
Yeah.
that's them going to space, which is
I
possible.
also would love it if that happens in Doomsday. I think he
Yes,
needs to be in Doomsday.
he has to be.
I think it just would be so hard if he was, because when did he have time to film that movie? He was doing Odyssey and Spider-Man at that same time.
True,
So,
but hey, yeah, maybe. But they don't
unless
really
they did
need
reshoots,
either reshoots, or technically you don't really need Tom Holland. You could have just had him keep on the mask the whole time.
Tyler, that is so smart of you to say. Yeah, that is a really,
You could
good
just
point.
have him voice himself somewhere else, and then just have a stunt double do all the stunts.
Yeah.
Because for him to not be in Doomsday is crazy. Same thing with
He
Hulk.
needs to be in it, especially after like this. What I also wanted to see happen, that like I wasn't a huge fan. I don't think I was as high on the movie walking out of it the first time, because I did want to see a post-credit scene that kind of was on the same level as Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you at least, those were shot on the set of Doomsday. So why couldn't they do the same thing? I was like, Spider-Man didn't even need to be in that post-credit scene with like Doomsday.
No.
This is how I pictured it. It could have been what we just saw in the trailer, like the Fantastic Four meeting like the new Avengers, and you literally could have been like, this is some big potato shit. And then boom, cut to black, then you have the credits, and then now you roll into that second post-credit scene, and like that would have been fine.
Yes.
I think they could have done something a little bit better to tie it into it, but I don't know. But very, very interesting, man. Very interesting.
Yeah, I thought the movie definitely delivered, and yeah, it sets up some more questions, but who knows? Maybe even get. I don't think they would, but I would just love if they got Punisher for Doomsday, man. Like, there's people missing in that shot of who they've acquired. Yeah. I just hope somehow Yelena found out about Frank and got him there, or even Daredevil. I know it's a stretch, but please. I
need them two there. I need Wonder Man there.
We need Captain Marvel.
I need Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop there. I need Iman Vellani's character there.
Yes.
The best one. And I need Hulk there. I'm sorry.
Hulk has to be there.
Hulk has to be there.
Dude, like, there's so many people that, like, again, this is the first trailer. There could be time, but please, we need some more ammo of a team here, please. Because also, I texted you about this. I couldn't believe. I thought it must have just been my theater. I didn't realize. I thought all movies were doing this, but no, I didn't see the Doomsday trailer on the big screen. They didn't show Doomsday trailer.
I saw it at mine though.
How is that? Everyone said the same thing. Everyone said it was so cool to see it on the big screen.
It was so sick seeing it on the big screen. I'm not gonna lie.
Would be nice.
It made me love the trailer 10 times more, because I wasn't that high on it the first time.
I got screwed.
You know what's crazy though is I think it might have only been your theater, because
must have been.
Because I spoke to Caleb, who we work with, and he saw it at Huntington too, and he said there was no Doomsday trailer before his either.
Must be Huntington. This is crap. I'm gonna go try and see it this weekend with Taylor. I hope they show it up here, because I want to see it on the big screen.
If they don't show it, I'm gonna be pissed for you.
If they don't show the trailer, I'm not even staying for the movie. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I want to also touch upon because Jean Grey, we talked about it a little bit. But like X-Men 97 has been going along.
Yes.
And I just really hope that now she's on the bus. She's on her way upstate New York. They kind of show you that. In upstate New York, that's where Professor Xavier is supposed to live.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going to tie in the X-Men into this broader MCU. I don't know what how they're going to say that basically mutants have been around this whole time.
Yeah.
But I do hope that it somehow is as awesome as this X-Men 97, because every episode, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's only 30 minutes long, but every episode feels like a little movie. that
Yes.
like they could have put 2 hours worth of, but they somehow do everything they needed to do in
Yeah.
that 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's hello. Sound like someone was here.
Oh,
There is not.
talking to yourself over there?
I guess so. And there's a lot of stuff going on outside. I think someone's moving. But no, I agree with X-Men 97 because they introduced so many cool characters. Like I don't even watch the or read a lot of the comics, but even characters that I know, like they introduce them in things and I see them in person in X-Men 97. I'm like, this is so cool. And to see like all of them together, like
Yeah.
I know now it's X-Force, but like, when they were at the mansion and stuff with Professor X and seeing Magneto, like all this stuff is just so cool. And like I didn't even think about it until you mentioned like how cool it would be if they used this Jean Grey to do some of this stuff in real life.
Yeah, like I want them to do like some of the stuff that happens in X-Men 97 in this new Jean Grey. Like I hope they do that. I feel like they missed out a lot on the original X-Men movies
Yeah.
with like kind of getting to the fantastical of like the X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, like the time travel that they do, or even like they're going to the Savage Land in like one of the
Yeah.
last episodes.
Yeah.
Like the stuff like that is just like so interesting to see.
Yeah.
And they're able to like kind of like make it like a soap opera in a way. Like there's this new love
Yeah.
interest now between Polaris and Bishop. But then
Yes.
also like Polaris like was Magneto's daughter, never really knew her,
No.
or knew him. So it's just like so cool how they like just say small things
Yes.
that plant like big I guess, big plot points moving
Yeah.
forward into another episode, and they just deliver on it, man. I mean, and
Yeah.
the lineup from X-Men 97, I mean, they just have everybody, but just like,
Everyone.
Cyclops is so cool in it.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler is really cool in it. That last episode, just him like,
Nightcrawler is so
basically just-
crazy. Like he's almost impossible to like really beat because he can just
Yeah.
kind of teleport anywhere.
if he knows how to use his powers, man, like he's really just like he's hard to defeat.
Yeah. Obviously, seeing Storm is great.
Storm is great.
Jean Grey in this and Rogue and
Yeah.
all them. Like it's so
Like,
Gambit. I mean, I know
Gambit
he's
is
kind
so
of evil
cool.
now.
Yeah, Gambit is so cool. Like even like you kind of feel for Cable in this. They
Yes.
made him a bad guy in Deadpool,
Yes.
but you kind of feel for him in this,
Yeah.
man. Like he
Yeah.
never really was able to have a childhood because he was sent away from the second he was born. He was
Yeah.
infected with this crazy disease.
Yeah.
Like, and he has to use his powers to keep himself alive.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. It's just so crazy to me. I really genuinely love everything going on with X-Men 97. Like I could talk to you about this for another like 20, 30 minutes. But let's kind of move on, Tyler, and I'm just excited to say that I hope Jean Grey's character
Yes.
does like they write her in the same aspect as they do X-Men 97. Whoever's writing for X-Men 97,
Yes.
get them on these new
No,
on these new projects.
I think
with
that's
these
a
X-Men characters.
I think it's a good way to do it, especially if they do kind of focus more in and get less projects and more about quality after like Secret
Yeah.
Wars. If they do like a hard reset, I would love to see the right directors work with a cast of X-Men and be able to do this in person and just focus on that. And that could be the next thing of Marvel now that they have control. And I think that would be so cool. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think they have a great person who they announced to direct the X-Men was the guy who directed Thunderbolts.
Nice.
And he was, he did a great job with those C-list tier characters,
Sure.
because that's really what they are. They're not A-list tier characters. Now you give him something like the X-Men who are your A-list tier characters.
Yes.
Hopefully we just get pure gold out of this man. So
I can't wait. But I know you said too, we've talked about Spider-Man. I mean, we've been waiting for it, and I think we could talk hours more about it. But I guess to wrap it up for this episode, we'll end it with a rating out of 10, as we always do. What would you rate Spider-Man out of 10?
When I originally saw it, I gave it like a mid to high 8, like 8.5, 8 point. But I'm going to go with a solid 9, a rookie score. Giving it a 9 out of 10.
Wow. Yeah, that's funny. I was going to go throw it an 8.9 out of 10, and I've only seen it once. So we're right around the same par.
We're right around the same
You saw it twice, I saw it once.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I think I recommend anyone seeing it. And like you said, even if you don't know what's going on, you could watch this movie and be like, "This is a great movie."
Yeah, they do a great job with like even if you don't know like what happened beforehand, besides like them losing their memory, they do a really great job of kind of like making it a standalone movie.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So I think it was great, and I can't wait
Yeah.
to talk more about it.
Dude, I can't believe we just talked for 50 minutes about
About
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I know. So I was just about to say, I know I said at the top we're going to talk about LeBron. I say we skip that because the NBA
Yeah.
season we got another week.
Let's just
But
like glaze over it. I'll just be like, yeah, fucking dumb. Why did he go there? We're not going to talk too much about it, but why is he going to Philly? He
yeah,
should have just stayed as a Laker.
yeah.
Like, fuck him.
It
Fuck
does,
him.
listen. It doesn't matter. Knicks in 5. We're going back to back, so he could have
Yeah.
went anywhere. I don't care. So yeah, I can't wait to talk about that again. Next episode, we'll talk about that because basketball is not back yet. But
Yeah.
one thing I definitely would like to touch on a little bit more is the trade deadline that just passed for baseball. Maybe we kind of do a quick little thing about that, and the Mets traded everybody, the bullpen. They traded everybody, but nobody at the same time. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yes, they didn't trade any of the big name guys, but I mean, like, listen, the big name guys have been the young guys that have been
Yes.
producing this season.
Yes.
Like, Carson Bench and AJ Ewing. You
Yes.
got McLean, Thornton, like all these guys who are the young pieces. But
Yes.
we got some decent return back in the guys we did trade for like Weaver
Yeah.
and Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
I thought we did a pretty decent job of getting prospects for these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think we agreed. We did not think Lindor was going to be traded. If anything,
Yeah, no.
I feel like if it does come, even though it shouldn't, it won't happen until this winter. This is not something you do at the trade deadline. You have if you trade him, you have to get the right package back for him because
100%.
I mean, I know he's having a down year, but he's been hurt. You don't get shortstops like that who can produce like that and power wise, and he's having a bad defensive year, but I think there's a lot going on mentally there. So I think that's why he's putting the areas. But anyway, they didn't trade Lindor. Great. But yeah, they traded, Brooks Raleigh, they traded Minter, they traded Weaver, Brazaban, they traded Clay Holmes, they traded Tyrone Taylor. Who else did we trade? Anyone else? Oh, and Freddie Peralta,
Freddie Peralta, yeah.
which is unfortunate because they didn't get as much as they gave up for him back. But at the end of the day, he's stunk this year.
It's kind of like cutting your losses. It's like, okay, like let's at least try and get something back. Because I think they decided they weren't going to move forward with him and try and extend him.
Yeah.
So I think at that point, you're like, okay, you did trade for this guy. You did send a lot of good assets to get him.
Yeah.
But you're not going to re-sign him. That was the plan, I think. I think they genuinely really were trying to extend him in spring training.
Yes.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
And I think it was a blessing in disguise for them that they did it because he stunk.
Yeah, because when you trade like your top prospects, even though Sprout just got sent down, actually, he's been struggling pitching for the Brewers. But when you trade some of your top prospects, you obviously hope to re-sign that guy long term because then you pretty much traded those top prospects for a rental.
Yeah,
that would be tough. So I think Weaver, I would have liked a little more for him, especially because he has a couple years of a deal. He has this year and next year, and we're paying for some of his contract. I would have liked a little bit more, I guess. The
guy we got from Weaver from the Pirates is pretty good. He's a pretty good prospect.
He's not bad, definitely not. But again, I saw some other packages where I saw some. I mean, the Giants, I feel like got more for Luis Ariz and a young reliever, and they got one of the top pitching arms from the Padres for Robbie Ray, who's 36 and a rental. So I was seeing other trades around the league, hoping the Mets got more for some of these guys who have proven themselves in bullpens and can really be good if your team makes it in October. So I would have liked a little more, but I was happy with what they did. But at the same time, it's like, well, now you have to if the goal is to compete again next year, now you have to just go find another bullpen because you traded everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their thinking is you're going to try and go in free agency and get the relievers. That's what they did this year.
True.
And then you're hoping that maybe the guys that you did trade for, or at least in your farm, are ready to come up and produce at the club.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I just want now with the Mets to just kind of see how the young guys play the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I am happy we didn't trade Lindor because I think that the narrative around him kind of sucks right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if this guy has given me some of the best Mets moments over the past 5 years,
Yeah.
memories. So I really didn't want to see him go because I would like to see him finish out his contract with the Mets,
Yeah. I agree.
or I mean, if it like I think he could still produce on his team
Yeah.
when it's later and like we think that he's had his time, then maybe we can trade him away.
Yeah.
I just think that the I guess I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like the talk around him right now with him and Juan Soto, the bubble he has around him, just like I don't want to see him go out that way. I want to see him go out like the
Yeah.
guy who literally hit the home run to bring us into the playoffs. I want to
Yeah.
see that. I
I
want to see
know.
that Lindor get remembered.
I know. I'm getting so sick of the storyline around Soto and Lindor. Like how it
Yeah,
just
like
hasn't
they're
been able to
playing
work.
fine. Just let them ball out, man.
Yeah, who cares if they don't have a good relationship? Like the New York media just eats these guys apart, and they're going to drive Lindor out, and then your shortstop's going to be like, say your shortstop's Ronnie Mauricio. I mean, he's had every opportunity in the world to prove himself, and he's been so. So you think
Yeah,
you'd rather have Mauricio over Lindor? I mean, they have to stop with this narrative. It's getting sick, and it looks like it's getting paying a heavy toll on Lindor right now. So
oh, 100%. I mean, he looks like he's just not happy. He used to be Mr. Smile.
yeah,
Like
and I don't
he
think I've
hasn't been
seen them
smiling.
smile at all. And I know they're having a terrible season, but at least smile a
Yeah,
little bit.
smile,
Yeah,
smile,
so
bro.
Soto and Lindor just actually keep getting hurt at opposite times and not playing together. So it doesn't help with the whole narrative that they hate each other. So,
Yeah, it's
but
crazy, dude.
yeah, it's it's sad. They're definitely gonna have to do a reset. But I guess to look at some other big trades. I mean, I guess we'll get to what was one of the bigger trades was Skubal going to the Dodgers.
That was insane. That was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And it will now be looked at as the reason why we don't have baseball next year. So
True. But it really gets into the point where, as much as I hate the Dodgers, I'm starting to get less mad at the Dodgers and more mad at the entire league.
yeah,
Like
100%.
I will say that this trade specifically, the Skubal trade, seemed suspicious. Something was weird about it. Back in January, apparently to get Skubal, the Tigers were telling the Yankees like, we need Ben Rice, we need Cam Schlittler, and we need George Lombard Jr. And the Yankees were like, yeah, no way. And then the Red Sox, same thing. I think they wanted like their top 3 or 4 prospects, and they were like, well, no. And then you get to the deadline now, and the rumor comes out that Skubal's once is probably going to the Dodgers this offseason. So now the Tigers kind of lost leverage because it's like, well, now we might lose him for nothing. So I think we have to trade him to the Dodgers. And then you tell the Dodgers, hey, we'll trade you Skubal. And then you get a package that, in my mind, and is just not deserving of Tarek Skubal. Like, I don't know. The guys they
Yeah.
got back were 2 of them have potential, but the other one's a top 100 prospect that's 28 years old coming off Tommy John. How is he a top 100 prospect?
Yeah.
So something about the whole thing seems suspicious in this sense. But in all the other senses, like when they trade guys or sign guys, any other teams could have signed those guys back or held on to those guys. But they keep
Yeah.
just going to the Dodgers, and it's getting more and more annoying.
It's like, what do they have against the league? I also think it's like the owners in a sense where they want a salary cap.
Yes.
I think it's now at the point where it's like they want to save their money. So
Yes.
they want to I mean, I don't know who's destroying baseball, right? But like they're just trying to be like, let's be like every other sport. Like that was the one thing that like MLB had where it was like you can pay your players as much as you want because there's no salary cap and you can like it was the one thing about baseball that wasn't like the same as all the other 4 major sports,
Yeah.
But now you take that away.
Yeah.
So is it going to save baseball? I don't know. Is it going to help? Maybe. It's going to help the money-wise. It's going to help maybe the teams not be so staggered. But, baseball's crazy, man. A bunch of little leaguers can walk up there and somehow find their way to sneak a run past. Not actually. But, like, sneak a run past.
I get what you're saying, though.
Like, you can, like, on any given day, it doesn't matter if the team is better. Like, baseball is baseball. So it doesn't matter who you have on the team. If you're there to compete, like, you somehow could find a way to win.
Yeah.
So, even with like the evil empire over there,
Yeah.
the Dodgers, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're on a 6-game losing streak right now. The Dodgers, they can be
Yeah,
beat. I mean, if that happened in a playoff series,
they'd be
you're
out.
out. You're out. So I think obviously the conversation around them has really only gone up because they've won back-to-back World Series. I think even if they've lost one of those World Series, they're not talked about as evil. They'll still be evil. Don't get me wrong, and they have unfair advantages. They have that whole TV deal where they don't get taxed. They get to keep all that money, so they make like $66 million more than any other team, which is just like an
So insane.
unfair advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of things that come out, but at the same time, it's like all these other teams, like every team is owned by at least a billionaire. So like you're
Yeah.
telling me you're not just going to keep these guys at just you have to pay them. If you're the Tigers, unless Scooble says no, why don't you just go give Scooble the
Why
bag?
don't you just re-sign him? Your team looks like promising. You have some young guys.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you sign him instead of being like we have to trade him to
Yeah.
get something? It just gets more and more frustrating. Because now the Dodgers, I mean, they were already sick on paper, but now that rotation, I think that rotation is worth like $1 billion. So then that's when people are like, oh yeah, because any team could afford that. Most teams could, not every team, definitely not could afford.
Most teams could.
Yeah, but most teams could. But at the same time, like look at it. Someone unfortunately to bring back up the Mets, they were like, listen, the Dodgers just know how to draft, they know how to develop talent, they know how to trade their talent, they know how to sign talent, they know how to do this with all the money they have. They're like,
Yeah.
if they were doing they're like, you know what would happen if they're doing a bad job? You see it now. It's called the Mets. Because the Mets have a similar payroll. And look at the difference in records.
More payroll, if anything.
Yeah. Like their payroll is too similar for their teams to be so opposite in terms of even the Dodgers still have like I think 4 or 5 of the top 100 prospects in baseball. Even after trading a couple guys away, like they still just have stuff to trade, and
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I know their guys are there. I mean, obviously the whole deferred money does not help. That's annoying, and hopefully in the next contract that gets solved. But
Yeah, I mean the deferred money is ridiculous. I think that needs to go.
yeah,
I don't think the salary cap needs to go though.
no, I don't. A lot of people are saying that they still can't see a salary cap happening, and I just can't. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I think it would be really hard because I think part of the reason why people do become a baseball player is because they're like you're going to get the bag at some point.
Yeah.
You're going to go through all this trial and tribulation, and you're going to hopefully you're going to hopefully make some money.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but hopefully the upside is there.
I know, true. And I agree with you too. I think once Scooble went to the Dodgers, every owner smiled and was like, well, this is a great talking point now for our whole we need a salary cap thing. I think all the owners are trying to, push everything on the Dodgers and make them the bad guy and the MLB the bad guy, even though it's like, hey, I'm a billionaire and I'm being cheap. And I'm being cheap. So,
I'm being cheap. I'm being cheap.
Yeah, so it was a pretty mid-level, I would say, trade deadline. Obviously, I think Scooble going to the Dodgers and Adley Rutschman going to the Red Sox were probably like
that was really cool.
The two biggest names moved in this sense, and every other trade was like teams trying to get better, and teams definitely did get better. I mean, even the Yankees with a couple underrated moves, getting Luis Garcia Jr., Heliot Ramos from the Giants, like a couple bats. The Cubs got some pitching, some teams got some pitching, like some bullpen guys. So like teams did good, but I think those were the flashiest moves of like named guys. So
yeah, and the Scooble one was weird because it happened 2 days before the deadline. That seems like a deadline acquisition,
That's what I'm saying. It's like you had time to get a better package, and you did this at like 11:30 at night. Something
weird, dude.
is weird about it, but they got to December 1st. They said, which made me feel a little bit better is it seems like there will be a lockout of starting December 1st, but Jeff Passan was saying we shouldn't be nervous about missing games next season until like March. And like if they don't have something by March, when pitchers and catchers and spring training starts, then we're at jeopardy of losing games. So
it's going to happen. We're going to lose games. We're not playing baseball next year.
I think we're going to lose games. That's what everyone's been saying. Every proposal that's been sent out by one side has been rejected right away. They have not agreed on one item yet. Not one. I've never seen proposals get turned down so quickly. It's insane.
That's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but
dude, that's awesome. I wanted to say one thing. Fuck, I forgot. Um, I forgot.
yeah.
I had it. It's gone.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was also happy with the Giants deadline. I mean, they got rid of some rentals and they got some decent pitching prospects from like the Phillies and the Padres. So and from the Yankees. So anyone they got at least looks good on paper in the system. And now it's I guess figure out your bullpen next year.
Yeah, I hope the Yankees just continue to play well for our Yankee friends.
Yeah,
The Giants. The Giants. They got some good guys for the future. I feel like that they were lacking in their
yeah,
in their farm system. So it was good to see them kind of get some guys
yeah,
from some rentals that they had.
yeah,
But this is what I remembered what I wanted to say. Kind of ties everything together.
yeah.
Rutschman got traded on
Oh,
his way to go see Spider-Man.
I did see that. I wanted to bring that up. So sad. And they didn't even
So
get
sad.
he didn't even get to see it either. They didn't go inside. How sad
Damn,
is
no
that?
way. He was so
Apparently,
upset that he lost or that he got traded.
yeah, it was like him and I think like some of the other guys in the Orioles. I think it was like four of them going to see the movie. And apparently it was like before they got inside, he got the call. And they were all like close friends, so they were all like pretty emotional. So like Rushman couldn't because he had to like, get on a plane to join the Red Sox wherever they were. But the rest of them were like, this doesn't feel right. We can't go inside. So they didn't see it at least the day they were supposed to. I don't know if they've seen it since, but yeah.
That's so sad.
And then that might be the saddest part about the trade is they didn't get to see Spider-Man right away.
Yeah. It's the craziest part about the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Is that the fucking front offices of these MLB teams ruined their movie going experience.
Yeah. Which is say like, could you make this trade any other time?
Any other time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. But I'm excited. We're in the playoff push now for baseball, and before you know it, we'll be hockey and football is back. So
I'm just waiting until we do our fantasy football draft, and I become back-to-back champions. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's coming up. I'm sure we'll talk about that next episode. But just to wrap this one up, we wanted to play a quick little game, I guess if you want to call it that, and it has to tie in with the entire episode of us talking about Spider-Man. And that's us ranking our favorite Spider-Man movies, but just the Tom Holland live action movies from best to worst. So, Carl, you want to start off and rank your 4 Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, it's really hard for me because I genuinely really like all 4 of these movies.
Yes.
But on the bottom, I'm going to put Far From Home at number 4.
Wow.
I will say, though, I think that Far From Home has one of the best action sequences of him, like, using the Peter Tingle fighting off all those drones.
Oh yeah,
I love that scene. That hallway scene is so sick.
That movie gets too much hate. That movie is
too much hate.
Yeah,
too much hate. I just really like the rest of them more.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna put Homecoming at 3.
Yeah.
I thought it was such a great kind of like, after Civil War, seeing Spider-Man for the first time, a great sequel to us seeing Spider-Man in the MCU.
Sure.
And I think it really makes sense to me because he seems like a high schooler in that movie.
Yeah.
Like Toby and Andrew did not seem like high schoolers they were supposed to be playing high schoolers in their movies.
Yeah.
Because they were in their mid-30s or they were like in their late 20s to mid-30s.
Yeah.
So like it was crazy, So I really genuinely like Homecoming. Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And now we're down to the top 2.
Yes.
And, if you asked me a couple of days ago, I would have put Brand New Day at 2, and I would have put No Way Home at 1.
Yeah.
But I think I'm flipping that around. I think that Brand New Day was really that good. I genuinely really think it was the best of Tom Holland's trilogy or 4 movies.
Yeah.
So I'm going Brand New Day, and I'm going at 1, and I'm going No Way Home at 2.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in a lot of senses because I also like all 4 movies. I mean, I'll start off with my 4. I flipped the bottom 2. I had Homecoming at 4.
Which is fair.
Yeah, no disrespect to the movie. I think it was a great movie. Everything you said about Michael Keaton, finally seeing like, you know, Spider-Man getting his own solo movie after finally seeing him in Civil War. All these things were great, but I just thought I just like Far From Home a little bit more. Again, it got shit on a lot, Mysterio and Jake Gyllenhaal's
Yeah.
character. I thought it was just like that actually felt like a villain. Maybe I have to rewatch it, but I thought like that movie had a lot to offer, even with them on their field trip, like seeing different you know, earthquakes and all those different natural disasters kind of come. Like got to see Spider-Man a lot in that too, which was really, really
Yeah.
cool.
And
And
you
then
kind of got to see the aftermath of Endgame in
yes,
that movie.
true, true. So that was cool. And then the next one I had a 2. I also had No Way Home. I thought it was
Wow.
I thought it was an unbelievable movie. But the only reason I put it at 2 instead of 1, and why I have Brand New Day at 1, is because I think that was a solo Tom Holland movie. I think
Yeah.
obviously there was so much happening in No Way Home, which was so cool to see on screen, and it was so cool to see them bring all 3 Peters together. But that's almost like a movie where it's like all their movies, you know? Like I know Tom
Yeah.
Holland's the main character and he's in the majority of the time, and the whole thing is they forget who he is and they send everyone back to their universes. That's just a great movie, but that's the only reason I didn't put it as 1, is because it was like too much going on in a sense.
Oh yeah.
And Brand New Day was just unbelievable start to finish. Tom Holland, you're seeing, you know, the after effects of the spell and you're seeing all this stuff and you're like, this is just a great movie that had a lot of cameos but wasn't too much. So I think that's where I have it at 1, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, listen, man. I think those 4 ranking or the rankings for the Tom Holland trilogy could go either way. Those last ones, but I think we were right. The top 2.
Yeah, I
Top 2 were right.
absolutely I agree. And listen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. I know it was literally all about Spider-Man, so if you haven't seen it, you had no idea what we were talking about. But if you've seen it or you're going to see it, we hope you enjoy it, and we
Yeah.
recommend seeing it because it was great. And listen, next episode, I guess to give a little teaser, we have a lot to talk about too. We're about to go to Montana next week for a
Oh
bachelor party.
yeah.
Fantasy football's coming, and then we'll finally talk about LeBron making his dumbass decision.
His dumb ass decision.
So listen, that's a little preview. If you've made it this far, we appreciate you. Keep supporting us on all platforms, and we'll join you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, follow, and come back later if you haven't seen Spider-Man.
Peace.
Peace.